how to make a music box for this year's Christmas. Hi everyone, welcome to Tiny Treasure Blueprints, where we create small mechanical wonders. Today I have a very special project for you, a handcrafted music box that would make the perfect Christmas gift. We'll be using basic hand tools, so whether you're a seasoned maker or just starting out, you will find this project fun and accessible. Let's get started. First, let's get over what you will need. For materials, a brass or copper plate, brass rod and tubes, a wooden base, music strings and a music barrel of your choice, small brass gears and fasteners. As for tools, we will use a dual saw, drills, sandpaper, polishing equipment and of course a hammer. All the detailed instructions for the materials, tools and procedures are available in the blueprint, which you can download from our website. We will start by cutting out the paper shape of the brass elements. Follow the rectangular dimensions of 50 mm by 100 mm on your brass plate and do the same for the wooden base. To make sure we get good adhesion between the paper and brass, clean the brass plate with water and soap. Next, glue the paper layout onto the brass and the wooden base. I recommend using a spray adhesive with strong adhesion, especially for the drilling and cutting steps. Be sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions as they can vary. Now we will mark the holes using a metal puncher, following the layout we have applied. Every hole on the paper should have a punched mark for precision. We will start drilling with a small 2 mm drill bit, then work our way up to larger sizes where needed. For example, if a hole needs to be 6 mm, start with 2 mm drill, then a 4 mm and finally the 6 mm. For the wooden base, we will drill a 4 mm hole straight to the top. Then we will flip the base and drill a 10 mm hole halfway through, being careful not to go all the way through the wood. After drilling, smooth out the edges with sandpaper. Now we will cut out the metal parts, but be sure to leave a small margin of about 0.2 mm for sanding and polishing later. For stability, I recommend securing your brass plate in a table vise. After cutting, use a coarse file to remove any sharp edges. Then switch to a finer file to smooth out the curves and lines. Pay extra attention to the sharp edges to avoid injuries. Now it's time to cut the metal tubes and rods to the correct size. You can refer to the assembly drawings or the size list in the blueprints for precise measurements. Remember to leave an extra 0.5 mm on each piece so we can file it down for an exact fit. To ensure accuracy, I recommend using a vernier caliper. After cutting, we will file the rods and tubes to the correct size. Focus on making vertical cuts, as this will affect how cleanly the parts will fit together during assembly. Now take the tube and fit it onto one end of the largest rod. Use a hammer to secure it firmly in place. Next we will bend the largest rod. Take your time here to get a smooth, even curve, as this will be crucial for the final assembly. Next we will sand the flat surfaces of the brass parts. Start with 400 sandpaper, then move up to 800 and finally 1200 grit for a smooth, polished finish. For the edges, we will use a rotary tool with sanding rolls, gradually working through the same grits. To sand the wooden base as well, starting with a coarser grit sandpaper and finishing with a finer one, around 600 grit. Part set, it's time for polishing. To do this, secure a rotary tool in a horizontal stationary position, set the speed to high and apply polishing compound to the tool. Now firmly hold each metal part and carefully polish it. Take your time and be patient during this. Step polishing requires a steady hand and some attention to detail to get a smooth, shiny finish. You will really see your craftsmanship come to life here. With all the parts prepared, it's time to start assembling. Begin by inserting the metal rods and tubes into the gears and other components, using a hammer where necessary to ensure a tight fit. Follow the blueprint diagrams for each shaft assembly. Once everything is in place, the shafts can be inserted into the brass plates. Screw everything onto the wooden base. If needed, you can use glue to ensure a strong bond between the parts. Now it's time to test the sound if everything is working as planned. I have chosen Jingle Bells for this project, but you can pick any tune you like. And there it is, a handcrafted brass music box, ready to be wrapped and placed under the Christmas tree. I really enjoyed making this project and I hope you did too. If you would like more detailed instructions or to get the blueprints for this project, head over to my website at tinytreasuresblueprints.com. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up and check out my other videos for more projects like this. Happy holidays, I will see you next time.